I was born in mountains where the snakes have legs. The hoot owls speak in English and the roosters lay square eggs. Shaved my beard and mustache the morning I was born. Beat up my old man and drank his rye and corn. Hey guys, Mountain Man here. So, you're watching Mountain Man's weather report. And I try to do them. I do them from Sturgis. I do them from all over. And I hope you enjoy it. If you decide you like it, hit the subscribe. And notice there the bell. And a like is always good. Hope you enjoy it. Alright guys. Hey, today we're actually up here at the Winsel Ranch above Sturgis. And these guys have been up here. They've had this property forever. We're doing Jack Pine Gypsies is doing a hair scramble up here. But these guys have had this, well, let's put it this way. Native Americans used to pitch their tents right here. They used to come up here in the summer and hang out with, well, I gotta get this right. The Winsel's uncles used to hang out with them. This is before Black Hills, before National Forest, before any of that. This is a long time ago, back in the 1800s, or, before all the gold and all that stuff. So, pretty interesting being up here. It's definitely God's country. I love it up here. So down in Sturgis today, it got up in the 80s, low 80s. Up here, we're in the low 70s. And it's clear, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous day. Wind's blowing a little, which kind of makes it nice. Listen. Yeah. Pretty freaking peaceful up here. Anyway. Yeah, so the Jack Pine Gypsies, I'm part of the Jack Pine Gypsies, and proud to be. And we're doing a hair scramble. And a hair scramble, if you don't know what it is we have a dedicated route that you have to stay on. And this one's about 2 miles, 2.5 miles long. And you got to stay within that, and it's timed. And you go around so many for such period of time. And when you're done, if you win, you win. If you didn't, you had a really good time. So there you go. So that's what I'm doing up here. And maybe I'll tell you a little bit about Jack Pine Gypsies. Jack Pine Gypsies started in 1936. We are the oldest consecutive running motorcycle club. It started with Pappy Hoyle. Pappy Hoyle was originally was selling ice in Sturgis, in South Dakota here. And when refrigeration came in, he had to figure out other opportunities. So Indian Motorcycles was looking for a dealership up here. So he got a buddy of his to buy a motorcycle, to pay for one, so he could have a dealership. Right? And he didn't even have a motorcycle, but he had a dealership, and he had a buddy that had a motorcycle that they could ride. And so they used that one until he got enough where he could get his own motorcycles. And he did that in 1938. That was 1936 is when that all started. And in 1938, he started the Sturgis Rally, the motorcycle rally. Got a bunch of guys to come up and ride through the Black Hills and just have a good time, be together. And it's grown. It's been on every year. This is the 85th rally in 2025. There were 2 years taken off the rally due to the war. All right, so there's that. So this is the 85th rally. So in 38 to 8, you see where I'm going with this? That's right, it doesn't come out. So that's because there was 2 that it didn't happen. But yeah, it's been going really well. They have the racing first started, and it was a hare scramble, and it was over by Bear Butte, was where the first one was. And from there, it went to racing all around, came to the flat track. All right, so the flat track is a half-mile track in Sturgis. Originally, it was down where the park is. It got flooded out. In 1911, it was flooded out, and they built it. Now, it might have been before that. It's my understanding that the recreation, Sturgis Recreation, Meade County Recreation Park was built in 1911, which is where the half mile sits now. That was for running horses. These guys were running horses back then. With the flood, they moved that up there so they could still run the horses on a half mile up on the old airport, which is no longer an airport. They're running horses in there. So it was flat and life was good. Well, the guys, gypsies, decided they were going to run around that track on their motorcycles. And when they did, they were going around and it was going well. And many of them were part of the Corps of Engineers. So the Corps of Engineers got a job to bank it. So that was banked. I don't have the paperwork in front of me, but they came in and they banked it and they built the bleachers, and it was a good time. I remember the back then they were running cars around it, they were running motorcycles around it, they were doing demolition derbies on it. They had rodeo grounds in the middle of the track, and it was all great. It was all great. They quit using it, quit running. The city kind of took ownership of it, and I've got the deed at the house. I need to look at it. But anyway, the city took ownership of it, and it kind of dwindled. The city didn't really want to do it anymore. The gypsies, we were doing the work for it, but they didn't want the ownership on it. And then there was one issue, another issue that went down. We hadn't been using it for a while, and then the Spirit of Sturgis came in and used it for, I think it was 5 years. Used it. Brittany Olson was part of that, and Cole. They were doing that, and that was fun. A bunch of old bikes going through there, and it's good, but it hasn't been used in a while. Hopefully, we'll get it going this year. There's a rumor that possibly we're going to get some bikes on it this year. American Flat Track is coming back to Sturgis this year. They did a race downtown. If you were here downtown last year, you saw that. It was late in the rally. Boy, that was fun though. These guys are going through town on them bikes. That was pretty interesting. And this year they're going to do it at the Gypsy track. So get online, get to the Gypsy's official page, and you'll see all that. You'll get to know when it is and what's going on with all the racing and all the stuff that's going on at the Gypsy track during rally. And of course, we've got the hill climb. We've got an AMA motocross track, beautiful motocross track that we have. The hill climb's always fun. We do the verticross and everything for that. That's a kick in the butt. And of course, we're going to do some flat tracking out there. And the flat tracks, American Flat Track, I understand there's going to be 2 nights that are going to be televised on Fox, because they do that. American Flat Track is television just with Fox, right? They're also part of, I understand they're part of NASCAR, and it's the family. And they also, so there's AMA, NASCAR, and Daytona. Part of Daytona, and there was something else. Anyway, it's a big deal. So hopefully we get them. I know last year when they came out to do that, they brought a whole bunch of equipment with them and made it happy. Anyway, so that's the little story there. And I was going to keep this short, but that didn't happen, did it? But anyway, back to the weather. The weather tomorrow is going to be downtown Sturgis, is going to be in the 70s. We have had a tremendous amount of rain. It's been really good. We needed it. But for the past few weeks, it's been dumping. Just rain. And then prior to that, it got warm for like a few days. And then before that, it was rain. So everything is super green. Just green, really green. And it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So, yeah, if you're coming out and anything you want to know for rally or for anything with the Black Hills, send me a note. I'll be happy to let you know about it, let you know what's going on. And we're looking forward to rally. We've got One Eye Jack's is open. I was at the Loud American last night for dinner. It was really good. I got the steak tips on skewers, and with some veggies. So did that. That was really good. Had a beer down there. And what else we got? We got the what is it? The berry. I'm gonna get this wrong. It's the berry. Anyway, it's a berry. It's a coffee shop down over by the what the heck? Blueberry or something berry banquet. I don't know. Anyway, it's a coffee shop down at the end of town. I'll get it right and I'll put it in here. But it's over by the VFW, kind of on Main, on one side of Maine over there, and that's really good. They have good coffee. Sturgis Coffee, of course, always has good coffee, and a hotel has Sturgis Hotel has good coffee. A lot going on. They got the music on the streets coming back on. Here we got a lot of good things happening in Sturgis. The Oasis is having backyard patio parties and like that, so things are lighting up. And of course, the Knuckle still doing rodeo and doing their thing, and the Side Hack is still going. That's still doing well. So things are opening up. Things are doing good. Michael's out at the full throttle, so life is good. All right, guys, I'm gonna get back to work here. I'm putting all these these crime scene things up so people can get around here, and I'm just about done. So you guys have a great day, and remember, the weather, can't do anything about it, right? So it's always fucking nice. All right, guys, cheers, Mountain Man out.